Good Thursday morning, everyone. Roger Hill of Wuthering Heights, Velco Weather Hazards Forecaster. We're going to focus in on this messy, tricky storm system, which will be a travel hazard, but no impacts to utilities as is indicated. We are looking at a band of snow or snow showers working in across southern parts of Vermont, and pretty quickly it's going to be zooming up into northern parts of Vermont. This is after a little bit of a lull from some earlier flurries this morning. This is coming in a little bit faster. And latest indications are we're going to have off and on snow showers. That's going to accumulate a little bit on area roads, so heads up on that. And maybe up to locally, maybe a couple of inches in some parts of the Northeast Kingdom. Best chances around Island Pond and parts of Essex County. First set of graphics I'm going to show you is the European Global Forecast, of course, model. This is in 1 hour increments. And then we have the Canadian model also in high resolution 1 hour increments. So we have this precipitation that's now crossing into, this is valid by about 10 o'clock in the morning, and you can see that this is going to be working on through at relatively light amounts, and a little bit of a lull follows that. Once we get into the late part of the day, this is valid about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That'd be 4 or 5. And then the main event is really what's going to be the signal here that's going to cause a lot of travel headaches, generally along in the east of the Green Mountains. And this is the business here with some wet snow showers mixing with a little bit of sleet, possibly some freezing rain, and all that kind of scoots up, whereas rain will be along generally the western side of the state. There might be a couple isolated spots that have freezing rain, but in general, it's mainly going to be a rainy scenario here. And this is, again, valid at about 01Z. That would be 8 o'clock this evening. So I think the main part of the storm gets in here probably at about 7 o'clock. And then we're talking 8, 9, 10. And you can see that a little bit of a mix does get into western sections of the state. But the Canadian is kind of keeping that out. The main action is really going to be along the Green Mountains and points east. However, no utility impacts. This is just a travel headache. But we'll be watching it carefully as we get a little bit further in time. And again, some spotty freezing rain potential east of the Green Mountains going through. That would be valid at about 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow morning. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There seems to be something that wants to linger a little bit per the European, not so much the Canadian. But just pushing that along. This is 14Z. That would be valid at 9 o'clock in the morning. Pretty much all rain and relatively light rain showers as the area of low pressure is going to kind of ripple on through. Just the setup here, we'll see some snow showers or flurries kind of return on the back side of that system and then push on out of the region Friday night. Eventually just tails off as a few flurries. And it looks like Saturday is shaping up to be a very nice day with a little faster movement with this system out of the region. This is the HRRR model, and you can see snow is spreading into the region. This is valid at about noontime. That would be noon, actually. That would be 11 o'clock, and then noon, and then 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here comes the main event. A little heavier precipitation rolling on in, but it's mainly going to be rain west of the spine of the Green Mountains per the latest HRRR model. So that by the time we get into around 8 o'clock, and this is when the main action is starting to take place, we're getting combinations of different precipitation types east of the Green Mountains and travel definitely going downhill. Rain develops across the western side. East of the Greens, that's where all the nasty action is. And then you can see as we get into around 1 o'clock in the morning, things are going to start to improve with primarily rain taking over at that point in time. And that would also include some pockets of freezing rain kind of lingering in the northern Green Mountains, so heads up on that. Now temperatures are going to be the controlling factor, so this is valid at 10 o'clock this morning, and we should see temperatures getting close to 30. This is about noontime, 1 o'clock, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're seeing west of the spine of the Greens, the temperatures really rising. East of the Greens are going to be hanging tough, and hence that's why we have this wintry mix. Now you note roughly, let's take it to 09Z, that would be about 4 in the morning. We're seeing temperatures starting to come above freezing pretty much everywhere, even into the Northeast Kingdom, and that'll help scour out the cold spots with improving travel conditions as we get into the daylight hours on Friday. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights, thanks for watching.